I don't know, but...
No, you know what you need, Chantal? You need to get your butt out of the Middle East. You need to go back to Canada, and you need to start living a life that isn't just a big scam. I mean, this is silly. You're going to be 40 years old. You're out here, I mean, following some 29-year-old thinking that he's going to love you and marry you and make a life with you and whatever. Girl, come on. He laughs at you. He makes fun of you. I mean, why do you think you're over there with him? Because you guys are living it up? I mean, yeah, you really look like you're living it up. You really look like you're happy. What you need to do is you need to go back to Canada. You need to start putting in hard work. And you need to, if a relationship is really what you want, if that's your end game in life, I know it is for some people. If that's really what you want, someone to love you, someone to call you baby, someone to give you affirmations, whatever. I mean, slow steps. I mean, whatever. Get on the dating apps, work on yourself, get back to a point where you can walk for more than a minute without getting dizzy. I mean, that would, if I were that in that place, that would be my number one priority. Not who's going to call me baby when I put my head down at night. I mean, girl, come on. I mean, you're not going to be able to heal in this environment, let alone thrive. You're talking about energy. You're sitting here telling us how you're about to fall asleep.
So you're getting help. And you want to dunk on Chantel? And that's why I think Shannon and FFG's chemistry is so beautiful, because they're so similar. FFG has to be the hero. That's why she has to always dunk on Chantel with something. Like when she did the thing with BBJ, I stand on this. She did her big one. She did her big one with that one, especially with the way Chantel was running her mouth, talking about FFG's dogs and all. When I saw her pull that off, I said, leave it to Chantel to have me applaud FFG. I was pissed. I was like, oh, this was so good. She trolled the fuck out of you. Oh my God. So, just so we're clear, and you heard it here first. What happened with BBJ, rescuing BBJ? The BBJ rescue to FFG will be with the 89 LBs are to Amber. You will always hear about it for years to come. Always. That's never going to die. She did her big one. She had to make it public. And for those saying, oh, it's for the money, I think you guys forget, I've said this before, multiple things can be right at once. She did her big one and definitely helped BBJ, because at this point, I think almost anybody's better than Chantel. But yes, of course it was for the money. If it wasn't for the money, she wouldn't have made it public. Of course it was for the money. Are you kidding? The bitch held she shopped for BBJ's collar on stream. She shopped for a cat to get a Gucci collar for a cat. Of course it was for money. But I'm not going to take away the fact that, like, at least she got BBJ. But yes, it was for money. Yes, it was for content. Are you crazy? That is her 89 LBs, bitch. She is never letting that go. That will always be content in some way.
Isms. So, French fried girls should be worried because Chantal was threatening to sue again. Shadowed that she might have returned to Canada to handle some other business, and she would handle that while she was there. I would be terrified if I was French fried girl. So terrified. This is the woman who couldn't even make a vet appointment, and she's going to coordinate a multi-person lawsuit because she felt duped about her cat being given to somebody else. By her to somebody else. But she couldn't tell you who because the selfish bitch wouldn't even walk down the stairs to go say bye. She handed it to Pete's. Again, many reasons we can't follow through with our commitments. So, and Chantal doesn't have much tolerance for distress or discomfort. If something isn't exactly the way she wants to eat it, she's not going to eat it. If it's not the right temperature, she's not going to eat it. So you would think someone as large as her would be much more picky. But, or would be much less picky. But actually, some of the more morbidly obese people I know are rather picky about their food. And, like other folks who deal with addiction, can get pretty nasty if they don't get what they want. How many people think that they've probably fought about food a couple times already? I'm sure he was fine with her coming over, but she farted out a bunch of promises initially that she was I'm gonna go to the gym and lose weight, and it'll be great, and I'll be going to the beach, and we'll be travel beezing. If you're too fat for a plane, you gotta do something. because now you can't even get out of there in a hurry if you need to. There's no shame in buying 2 plane seats if you need them, but if you don't like that you need them, or that you're cutting it close to needing them, whose job is it to change the shape of Chantal's body? Yours? Mine? A pill? Some Ozempic? No, it comes down to Chantal and what she chooses to do. At this point, she's had more resources and opportunities and access to treatment over the years that most people don't give a shit how she feels, or that she probably can't handle all of her ADLs maybe on her own, because she was always such a nasty, self-centered person that her discomfort brings people pleasure. We've heard of Schadenfreude. You know, it's the same sort of thing. I don't
So we saw some boats pass by while we were hanging out by the riverside and decided after we were done hanging out by the river to see if we could find a dock and take a boat ride ourselves. On our way,
it was his hard-earned money to try to buy her food that would support her health. And then either she ordered it without him, or he came to reason of, look, I don't love you so much that $250 isn't worth risking your health to me. So if you really love me, Chantal, really, really love me, you'll go on there, eat yourself half to death, and give me the cash. So, I don't know. And she wants privacy. Okay. And where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? He's out with the boys. Thailand, from what I understand, has a very, very active sex scene. So, I'm sure he'll text you. But at any rate, this week we're going to... But she's sitting there, not a lot of people around, but it was the old eyes darting. Remember the outhouse? Or going for Burger King and then sitting in the parking lot, full face of makeup, looking all over the place to see who's looking and who's watching. She's out proud and doesn't care, but hawks like she's ashamed of what she's engaging in. So when she's sitting there with Salah eating, and there's people, you know, not a lot of people, because they go everywhere when it's closed. She's afraid of people, and they want to be able to film, and they're weird. They're weird. She likes getting attention, but standing out doesn't really, like, I think she probably feels like people are staring, because they are staring. It's a spectacle. She's 4 times the size of a normal woman. So I think people are going to stare. That shouldn't be unexpected. Is it rude? Is it cruel? I don't know. Bottom line, it shouldn't be unexpected. And to act shocked would be kind of stupid as well. You've read about it a little bit and saw it on TikTok. Please look better after yourself. Take better care of yourself. If not you, for your husband that you told us you loved so much. How much do you love him if you're willing to eat yourself to death because it's too difficult to try to get better beyond 36 hours? If you're not a 12-stepper, but the bondage of self. She's so obsessed with meeting her own wants and needs that she, to her inadvertently, steps on people and hurts people in that way. There's another side of Chantal that is a complete sociopath and pretty much doesn't care about feelings, doesn't know how to act. That's why we had the wedding cake and candles and she erupted like she was going to shit her pants, because she doesn't know what happiness feels like, so she doesn't demonstrate what it looks like. She doesn't know love. She doesn't know any of those feelings. And so with all this spinning in her head, her marriage on the line, her citizenship being up, she goes on a diet.
One, I'm pretty, okay? That has a lot, and I don't mean that to be conceited. I'm being very matter of fact. Being pretty gets you a lot of privilege. I'm just saying, you can get away with a lot if you're pretty. Number one, I'm pretty.
Okay, guys, so this is the trailer for Femme. It's been released in Europe, but it's out. It's a thriller, and I've seen it. It's a fantastic film. It is out in Spain, and it is out in the US on March the 22nd. So here is the trailer.
fucking man in his high heels. Well, you can turn around if you're a fucking man. You're letting them win.
How you want to deal with that?
I think you're a nice looking lad. On your front. I'm a nice guy. If you disrespect me, fuck you up. I get that. Yeah, I'm the same. Oh, you know. You're a fucking big man. I best remember not to fuck with you then.
Hi guys, and welcome to Tailored Talk. Welcome to another edition of Chantal glorifying oppression and marriage issues because she wants to be a victim so badly. This is just a rant about Foodie's terrible video, I Let My Husband Control Me. And I'm going to discuss the optics around her title and thumbnail and why it's so harmful, especially to Salah. Just when I think that Foodie can't get any lower, she does. Now, a couple of days ago, she put out this bullshit video called I Let My Husband Control Me with this awful thumbnail a day before her husband's birthday, mind you. And this is what pisses me off, is that there are Muslim girls and women around the world that either get trapped or in arranged marriages or get married willingly to Muslim men, and they are treated like dirt, they are beaten, they are used like maids. These wives are used like modern day slaves. They are used for labour, they are used to cook, clean and push out children and be nursemaids and raise those children pretty much single-handedly. And with this thumbnail, Foodie is trying to act like she's in one of these relationships. She's trying to act like she's an abused, downtrodden Muslim housewife, and it makes me sick to my stomach. And she knows what she's doing, because in the beginning of her video, she talks about how extreme the title is. Roll clip.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So, I hope you're all doing well. Now the title of my video was probably a bit shocking for you guys. I do plan on explaining what I mean by that. How I let my husband control me. First, I just want to say that just a little bit of an update with how I'm doing. For those of you who don't know, I suffer from binge eating disorder and food addiction, and I have been this way for as long as I can remember in my life. You know, even as a kid, I was always obsessed with food in a very unhealthy way. I would, you know, use food for comfort. That developed into using food for comfort, and food has just always been the main focus center of my life.
This thumbnail caused so much negative attention that on Salah's birthday stream, Foodie has to clear up that her thumbnail wasn't about DV. Roll clip.
He's not in charge of anything. So basically I use the term control loosely, like, you know, mostly just like, basically I just show him everything I eat. Like, I'm in charge of meal planning. I'm in charge of, like, you know, planning my meals, and I just show him, basically. So I did some food prep today, prepped some salad, and some pita in the air fryer for some fattoush. Yeah, I saw a couple comments about it, like, it's
DV. It's like, it's not DV. How is it DV if I don't I don't feel abused, you know, I'm not being abused or anything. I'm just, you know, there's different types of control in life. Not all of them, it's not domestic violence. I think that mislabeling it is really horrible for people to do, you know. As for people getting triggered by my content, I'm not responsible for your triggers, so that's something you should work on yourself.
And guys, that's how you know that Salah isn't really keeping an eye on her channel, because he would have asked her to change that title. As we know, this thumbnail is a flat out lie. Foodie, Salah is not controlling you or what you eat. And in the video, you talk about control, but then say that Salah is trying to help you. This isn't about control. This isn't about Salah's control anyway. Because every time Salah questions what you eat, you become the verbally abusive one. You gaslight him, you get verbally abusive, you always threaten to leave for Canada, you've gone so far as to book tickets knowing that you'd cancel them. Salah is not controlling you right now, Foodie. We all know that it's the other way round. So why are you blatantly lying against your husband like this, a day before his birthday? Now, Foodie Beauty is always the first one to bring up Islamophobia or racism when Salah is made fun of or criticised. When people were calling him ham salad, she said that FFG was an Islamophobe. When people were questioning why he's with you, she'd accuse them of racism. Because he's a brown man, that's why people are suspicious. But Foodie Beauty, you are Salah's worst enemy. Because you promote, stoke the flames, and encourage racism against your own husband. I repeat, you promote, stoke the flames, and encourage racism and racial bias against your own husband to make him look bad. Let me explain. Even when they first met and before Salah had done anything wrong, Salah was already getting compared to Nader because he's brown and Middle Eastern, right? And Charlie Gold was one of the people to point this out. And as his white partner, Foodie, his first line of defense is you. As his wife, you are and online and chronically online, you are supposed to defend him from racist attacks, race baiting, and racist stereotyping. But Foodie, as a racist yourself, your racist side will always come out. You are the worst offender, and you are Salah's worst enemy when it comes to racism. Like, with this thumbnail, what are your racist beezers supposed to think? You post thumbnails suggesting abuse, which promotes racism and racial stereotyping against your own husband, who is a man of colour, for hits and clicks. Again, who does that? Because real married couples that are really in love would never start a smear campaign against their own husband for hits, clicks, and money. But hey, maybe your love is a different kind of backup love, much like your backup sandwiches. You always lie about toxic stuff for money. You never promote a happy marriage for content. There's no thumbnails of you and Salah, kisses on the cheek, romance, or hand-holding. Salah on bended knee giving you jewellery. You on the couch giving Salah a gift, and Salah touching your leg. There's none of that. Just placing his hand on your leg or something. There's none of that. Maybe Salah could sit in your lap or something. I know that it can't be the other way round, Foodie, because you'd break Salah's femur bone. But I digress. I just find it crazy, Foodie, that the day before Salah's birthday, you post a thumbnail with a terrible title cosplaying as an abused, repressed Muslim housewife, which is a disgusting lie. And then you wonder why your husband doesn't want to celebrate his birthday with you. Chantal, you manipulate him with money. You accost him like a teenage boy every chance you get. You lie about him online. And you tell everybody on the internet that he's abusive, that he's toxic and controlling. You treat Salah like your personal Uber Eats driver and wake him up at 1 a.m. to get food. Then you have the audacity to wonder why he hates you. And this is one of the reasons why he didn't invite you to his birthday with his family and friends. Heck, he didn't even invite you as a friend. He didn't even offer to take you out for half an hour to his party. And ouch, Foodie, that must have hurt. That must have cut you as deep as a Kybella message. As deep as a diabetic injection. But in all honesty, you deserve to be banned from his family party. You have done nothing to earn Salah's respect or his friendship. And I hope that Salah had a great party without you. Okay, guys, that's the end of my rant. Let me know what you think in the comments. Her thumbnail's still up, her title's still up, her video's still up, and it's disgusting the way that she clickbaits these terrible issues that affect women who are in real marriages. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I'll see you in the next one.